And then Drew comes and picks it up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these fine folk play the game of D&D with me. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just thought it was a good time.
No, it's
perfect.
Tonight, we're going to introduce ourselves. What is one person that would be on a spirit flight and not on a Delta flight?
I wouldn't freaking know because I only go on spirit.
Who do you see when you're there?
Well, just like who you would assume wouldn't be on a, like, you know, you said like a doctor would be on a Delta, but a doula would be on a spirit, like kind of like the
He didn't say doula. Doulas would not be on spirit.
Midwife.
A midwife would be on spirit.
Doulas drive.
Doulas tell you they are doulas. Midwives are like, yeah, midwife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Your cool sister is like, hey, this is my friend. She's a midwife.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Doula is the CrossFit of birth.
your doula sister goes, hey, I'm a doula.
Yeah.
just like that too.
Says it like that, yeah.
Sorry. Doula is the CrossFit of. Yeah, except you don't even deliver the people.
They're sitting there smoking in the pool in your living room. Like, all right.
Ashing into the water.
It would be good for him. It's first introduction of fiber. I'm just picturing the alien abduction lady. Just sitting on the other side of the pool, just with a cigarette and a natural light.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, push again.
Yeah.
Her fun bun and mud gun are hanging out.
You're both naked. It's fine.
I feel like a doula is just like being like, okay, now get that scalp scratcher and go scratch your head. That's what she needs right now. That's what the baby needs too. Okay, good.
As soon as you can see the baby's head, just start scritching that too.
Scritch. Like,
Gosh, now I want to be a doula
like,
just to be so over the top. Yeah, she needs you to juggle bowling balls. She needs it. Are you gonna really? all the conversations we've had leading up to right now in your living room, and you won't juggle those bowling balls?
Yeah, I feel like a doula would also like be like adding into that, like pushing you past your limit, like past like to try to get you to grow as a person. Be like, no, I think you need to do this.
She brought you a pair of
I
dumbbells.
think you need to do this for you.
A midwife would call CPS. A doula would not.
We've transitioned out of the
have
question and into
Midwives
just do it with midwives
call
and
the
doulas.
ambulance. Doulas, just fucking leave. Nope. That did not go the way I thought it was gonna go.
Oh crap! Wow.
Okay.
So we apologize
So
to
circle
all
back-
doulas
yeah,
out
circle
there.
back
We
to-
Yeah,
love
they
you.
do great work.
They do the good work.
Yeah, let's circle. Okay, so circling back, let's introduce ourselves and whatever.
Okay, and then the thing again.
however you want to do it. Yeah.
Do it.
No,
We've already got the question.
Sorry, in
Yeah.
5,
No,
4,
I've already
3,
done the intro.
2.
Go ahead and do the next part now.
I don't know.
So, okay, so I'm Zach. I play Kestis Thimbleweed. He's
Yeah,
a
you
centaur druid cleric. And McDonald's employees end up on was it Delta? Is that what you're saying? On
Yeah,
Delta?
Delta and Spirit. Yeah.
Burger King's on Spirit.
Oh, okay.
But
All
Burger
right.
King's better.
It's not.
Oh wait, I thought it was because
When's the last time you've been there?
they're smarter.
Saw motion.
No,
Because the
from that. I
Burger King
wanted to-
people are
No,
smarter.
it's because Burger King has never once been good and they have no sense of
Ooh.
quality.
No, I don't want to use that one.
No, it's because Burger King people are more likely to have like fiscal sense.
It's because
they know
Burger
how
King
much a
people are
Whopper
more
costs.
likely to only have $62.
I don't think you understand why people take. Maybe you do actually.
I think actually you,
I've been
you
on
do these
Spirit. I
things for
think-
reasons that most people don't.
I think, yeah. No, I get it now. I
realize
get it.
this-
This explains
What is
so much.
what is your passion is others' necessity.
Got it. Okay, I understand the prompt now.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Will. I do play Balrius, the Tabaxi sorcerer. And I believe that Wild Cherry Pepsi would be on Delta.
Okay.
Just a straight can of Coke is on Spirit Airlines.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Take that, Coke.
Good one. All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry,
Thank God Thank God we're not sponsored. by it.
Wait, straight can of Coke is on Spirit?
Yeah. Because Wild Cherry Pepsi is so much better.
And because it's June, gay can of Coke is on Delta.
So you're implying. Hold on.
Drew,
So
I don't think you know this yet. This is now a roast of Spirit Airlines, so you are going to be offended by everything.
Okay, Drew, how about
Yeah,
this?
I
You're not
just
gonna
figured
like
it out.
Tee yours up. There are two presidential candidates. We'll name them Donald Trump and Bo Jiden. Which one flies on which plane?
I think they
both have private
I think they're both on
airplanes.
Spirit. I think one chose Spirit and the other was confused.
I love the Halloween Superstore. I don't see any costumes anywhere.
What I think is great about that statement is I have no idea which
Which is
did which.
It's true.
Ooh.
They're both in there looking for those nurse costumes.
Okay. My name's Michelle. I play Nell Webb. Little bored. Little bored. Anyways, I think Hot Cheetos would be on Delta, and I think Funyuns would be on Spirit.
Come on.
Okay.
Funyuns don't even get to fly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
and I fuck with Funyuns.
Wait,
I do. I think they're pretty good.
that's yes.
The colors are right.
I think it's because hot Cheetos are a little.
You think that's Southwest? Oh, we're thinking.
Cheddar jalapeno Cheetos. Are
We're
Southwest.
thinking.
You said hot Cheetos is Southwest.
We're
right?
thinking. No, Delta.
Delta.
But I think a white cheddar
Oh.
cheese it might be Delta.
Oh my god.
Hot Cheetos Southwest.
Ugh, cheese
Funyuns,
nips get to
Spirit.
drive.
Bugles.
They don't even get
But
to be
you
on
see,
the airplane.
but do you see what I'm? Do you,
Bugles
do you
are on
see what
Air
I'm-
Emirates. Thank you very much.
Oh, we got a Bugle
Two airlines.
stand.
Two airlines here. We're not adding all the others.
And then maybe a few.
All right, but who's on Air Force One if white cheddar Cheez-Its are on Southwest?
The president.
Mr. Pringle himself.
chips.
Good point. Good point.
The president of
chips. Mr.
Mr.
Lay.
Pringle.
Mr. Frito-Lay.
All right, we're halfway
We've
home.
done so much vamping. I can't believe.
Well, I'm just noticing that all of these things that are taking Delta are
way better than the things taking Spirit.
no, they kind of put on airs. They think they're better.
But they're not.
We're
Thank
talking
you.
about a meal of what did
I
you
got
have?
McDonald's.
McDonald's, wild
'Cause
cherry
if it's
Pepsi, and hot
one that
Cheetos.
thinks that they're
Wait, what was
Oh,
the other one?
Yeah.
Che-
the one that's on
Cheez-Its, white cheddar
Spirit?
A
Cheez-Its.
white
Oh.
cheddar Cheez-Its.
Yeah, that's
dude.
that's
All right, Will's got one.
cheddar,
Let's see
huh?
what he other Will.
I think Valorant would
the
be
doula
on-
of chips.
That's messed up.
What do you say? How dare you?
I think Valorant would be on.
What the flip, dude? Hi, I'm Will. I play Ruza, the lizard folk fighter. And I think, so Disney would be on Delta, and Pixar would be on Spirit.
Ooh.
Because
Mute his
Disney
mic.
thinks
Mute
they
his
are
mic.
better, but they are worse.
Thank
he's
you for
interpreting
being
the
on
prompt.
my team.
He's interpreting the prompt. That's fine. Also, I think Valorant would be on
Wait.
Spirit. Overwatch would be on Delta.
I'm so conflicted.
Overwatch is on Air Force One.
I mean, I do agree that Disney is not.
Thank you, President Fortnite.
1,400 V-Bucks to everyone. Stimulus package.
Stimulus V-Bucks.
Mine's
Why didn't they do that during COVID?
Oh man, I can't believe I didn't get my V-Buck stimulus because I was still a dependent.
My
We
mom
get-
got
we-
30,000 stimulus V-Bucks, and she won't fucking give me it.
She won't let me have any of them.
That's the
I just want to buy Darth Vader.
You
I
have
just
to
want
be
Darth Vader to
independent
do
get
the
stimulus.
gritty,
She doesn't get it. I can be Peter Griffin.
and he's so strong.
He's an S-tier skin, Mom.
Please, Matt. Please take us home,
Save us.
Matt.
Still got Drew after that.
My name is Matt. I play. No, you can't do that one.
But you can, Matt.
Nah.
You can.
That's a Patreon exclusive.
I feel like any guess I make as to what that is comes off
Pretty
problematic for so many.
Very I have an off-mic guess for what Drew said.
My name is Matt. Play Zook, Magoop, Male, Turtle, Wizard 8, level 8. And sort of inspired by Will's shirt, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, very inspired because I just saw it. I feel like Captain America would be on Spirit, and Iron Man would just buy Delta.
Yeah, Captain America's a man of the people. He's a man of the people.
That is
Yeah.
good, but also
Okay.
Captain America, I think contractually has to be on American Airlines.
Also,
Right.
that's kind of messed up. Are you implying that there would be crime on Spirit Airlines that Captain America would have to fight? That's what I thought.
Spider-Man's a Spirit Airlines guy,
Oh,
for
I'm
sure.
for sure.
Just
Webbing
like canonically is clearly a Spirit
Yeah.
Airlines.
No, Bullseye would be on Spirit Airlines. More penis?
I think.
Sorry,
Hello,
one more time?
everybody. This is
You
Drew.
know how he said it.
This is Drew. I play Connie Constance, Connie the Reach, and I think the Nazgul would be on Delta, and the companions would be on Spirit. Just
But-
based on their travel styles,
Okay.
like the Nazgul,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like
No, I
kinda
agree.
riding
Absolutely.
in style, like
Absolutely.
get places pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think
in
the
comfort.
Nazgul's on Spirit, Gandalf is on, or Nazgul's on Delta, Gandalf's on Spirit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta
Yeah.
make it to Minas Tirith. Call the Eagles? No. We've got a horse.
And you can
Fastest
probably
horse.
smoke
The fastest
on Spirit,
horse.
right? They're cool with
Shadow
that.
Shadowfax is the
smoke on
fastest horse
that.
ever, the king of all horses.
Yeah.
Still not faster
the
than
10th
any
most
Faster than a
creature.
dragon.
Wait, Spirit's the king of all horses?
Yeah, because if you remember, Gandalf
The
explicitly
Spirit
says
is the stallion of the
3
Cimarron.
days
Come on.
ride.
There you go. I was.
Shut up, coward.
That's good.
He explicitly says 3 days ride as the Nazgul flies, a.k.a. it's going to take us a week.
It's gonna take us a longer than that.
You better hope that guy doesn't have a spare couple days or we are in trouble.
I do. If you remember, like the kind of treatment that Gandalf got at the hands of Saruman when he went to go like check in on
Yeah, he
stuff, that
swirled
was a
him
lot
around.
like asking a question on a Spirit airline.
That's true.
It's true.
Flung across the
When did
airplane.
the air stewardess
throw you,
abandon
leave
reason
you on the
for
roof for a
madness?
while.
I'm just reading
Talk to
about
the bugs
Gandalf
on the
before we
roof.
started.
Yeah,
He says he wants to be in the next movie.
Gandalf does.
Yeah.
The actor that I want to
Gandalf.
name.
Gandalf wants
Yes,
to be in
Gandalf.
Who
wants
do
to
who
be
do
in-
they want to play
Sir Ian,
Gandalf
Sir Ian McKellen.
again?
He said if he's alive, he'll
Yeah, if
he'll
he's
play.
left, he'll be in the Gollum
So,
movie.
That's awesome.
all right. Well, with all that out of the way, we're going to begin our boarding and jump into episode 40 of the Wild Magic School Bus.
There's no way we're getting 2 tonight.
Who knew that would be our most contentious
That was the
opening in the history of this show?
I feel
That's
very
true.
freaking strongly about
That's
Spirit
true.
Airline.
Are we off now?
So
Now
the
we know
last
it's
time we were here,
just
the adventurers had arrived at the port city of Gabanuva, the major hub of commerce here on the Emerald Vale, the tropical islands in the world of Talrud Mall. Arriving at the port city with their new pirate friend Ruza, the gang set out to collect items and restock themselves into proper adventurers with the gear and magic items to boot. After a weird, bizarre encounter in the middle of the city where some strange person attacked Wyatt, the fight ended rather quickly. The person died, and in order to let the heat cool off, the party moved a little bit outside of town to the place known as well, I remembered it, and then it just kind of flew out of my head. Decided it wasn't going to be there anymore. The School
What's
of
that?
Magic,
Oh,
Yeah, Institute for Magic.
the Institute for Magics, in which Zook was taught. When they arrived, they
that
met.
same campus?
When they arrived,
I
they
didn't
met
realize that.
the head scribe, the head historian, a fellow by the name of Wook, who was actually from the same village as Zook. The evening came and went. The party rested, and there was a little bit of a moonlight interaction between our new cleric and the sorcerer. But that is where we find ourselves today, where the party is well rested from their travels. Food is brought, and they eagerly await the arrival of Kook, Zook's master.
I'm not well rested.
Zook's,
I'm long rested
Zook's
so hard. Give me all my
What?
spells back.
She stayed up all night.
I make cloaks all night long.
She has a.
Oh,
You didn't get your
so you
spells
spent all night doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
She
you
took
take a level of exhaustion.
Prepared for this.
Okay.
Self-handicapping.
Just so everyone who's listening and everyone else who's playing
Maybe under conditions.
can really like picture Connie during this period a little better. I mean, he's still like kind of reeling from all these major changes that have happened in his life, but the grandeur and just glory of this new space, this new city, and this new place that he's in hasn't escaped him. This is pretty cool. He hasn't done a lot of traveling in his life, and this is beautiful. This
Should we
is-
all describe how we're doing right now? I'm being serious. Sounds
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, so Connie's like definitely like whoa, kind of reeling, but it also like kid on his first continental trip, like,
Like
his
first field trip without your parents.
Yeah.
Start talking with a whole new accent now.
Exactly.
Start saying pemmican.
So like totally into experience this new culture. Yeah, just kind of so ambivalent of two minds here. Like, wow, we've been through a lot of stuff, but also just like awestruck.
Sure.
Barrios in his new digs has that cloak of protection, like dark blue cloak, wrapped around him and tied at the center with like a rope, a nice-ish rope. His love of the moon spellcasting focus follows the deep V of the cloak, and you can't tell if he's wearing anything underneath it because you just see his legs and his arms and his torso. But he did find a sweet pair of sandals, and he has not stopped wearing them since he found them.
Nice.
So took his socks off.
Is he wearing anything underneath it? Not that it matters because like all the
doesn't
good parts are closed up,
doesn't matter.
so that's good.
I would actually, as a note, I would say when you put the cloak on, there's a moment where the light kind of catches it and you take a second and kind of like examine it, and you can see that the fabric has altered, and in similarity to the three-piece suit you once had that was imbued with the moon's glow, your robe now also takes that quality.
Sweet, perfect. I'll take it. Sounds cool. I like that.
You got the robe,
The cloak, yes.
and I got what was?
Cloak of displacement.
I had the cape. What
You
was-
had the,
You had the cape of the monk.
because she's been up all night.
For some reason, I didn't put in here. Sorry, everyone.
No, you're good.
MONTE bank, I think.
You're right. How's Nell feeling?
Like shit.
Fulfilled,
But did the cloaks look good?
Make a tailor check.
Okay.
You hold them up and realize that you strung them all together. Like,
And you made me an outfit that matched my cloak.
Oh,
right?
for sure, yeah.
You have a
Oh,
plus-
I did make stuff for everybody. What would a tailor check be?
it's a plus
I don't know,
20
whatever you
that
add to it.
Yeah. Oh,
Plus $1 billion.
an advantage. I've been doing it so long.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. That's like 27. It's crazy.
I'm just realizing I made you do this a while back and you did like a 32 last time, so this makes sense. I don't even know why I ask anymore. Yeah, they look great.
Good, great. I feel awful. Not only have I worked the whole night, I feel good about that. Stuff looks good. I have gifts for everybody, and cloaks to bring. But as far as emotionally, mentally, I do not know. Those held captive really only think of one thing, and that's being free.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't know what to feel, what to think at the moment, or when this little bout of freedom may end.
Okay.
Burdened.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kestis? Mm-hmm. You get another vestis.
Oh, wonderful.
It's like a jerkin and some leg warmers.
Oh, do they fit?
All
I mean,
four.
wow, wonderful.
They cinch up.
They do get cold down there.
Is it like jazzercise, like big old oversized
Yeah, like
knitted?
scrunchy. Yeah. Out of this fine fabric. So
I
we'll all
love
kind of match, which will be fun.
I find that when I wear those, like they make my calves like actually look bigger, which is strange because they're kind of oversized. But it's great.
Ruza, I've made you a cravat. I know you said you didn't want anything, but it's a nice little like neck scarf. Seems
Oh.
befitting of a fancy pirate man.
I appreciate it.
Connie,
Oh yeah.
you have a jumpsuit with flared legs. Think like ABBA.
Is it like totally fitted too?
Yeah, totally fitted real low, like you. Flared legs.
Little
Oh
blades of glory.
my god! So like he looks fantastic. What color is it? The cape is this like scarlet red and gold.
Oh, I was thinking like a dark maroon or burgundy was what I was thinking.
Oh, I really like
Yeah.
that. So
Now he does look like Blaze of Glory.
yeah. So like with or without the cape on, he's looking scary.
Barrios walks right up next to you and Project Runway.
What could it
I don't
be?
even know what that means, but I'm here for it.
Barrios,
Yes.
I made you a pair of tie pants real easy access for the moon, right? Decent for the rest of us. You can easily untie at the sides. It just cinches, uncinches. You're good.
It's like the origin of button pants. It's just you have to just untie them.
Tearaway.
The original tearaways. You have so many knots.
You have
gotta
to
undo.
you have to learn a certain knot from the sailor to so that you can, so it's secure if you're just wearing it, but when
But
you
it's
go
a-
like that, it just
That's a really good point. What's the fastest knot you can untie?
I don't know. That's not what I do.
Slipknot.
Nailed it.
Zook, I know you said you didn't really want any clothing as well, but what you could use is a book bag, I imagine. So
Oh,
it's
that's really handy.
lovely on the outside. It's all kind of like ruched and everything, and on the inside, it's made with little pockets to fit your books and your totes. And then Wyatt,
thank you.
wherever you are.
I'm just over here counting my ball bearings.
I'm over here too.
Wyatt is like he's like Dracula. If you drop his ball bearings, he has to stop and count all of them, and that's why we lose him for an episode.
Well,
every
no
once in a while.
more of that, Wyatt, because I've got you a BB bandolier. And so he'll be able to partition,
One
if
at
the
a
DM
time.
so allows, like 100 ball bearings in each pocket.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna take him 24 hours.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Fine, if you want to put 1,000 in each pocket, that's going to be a very unwieldy band.
It is
God,
10.
he's gonna-
It is
that's on you for not
10,000
thinking
that
about
he has. He has
But a
10,000.
BB bandolier where
Okay.
he can like pull a string at the bottom and it just like lets him loose.
Is there a place for my piano wire for no reason other than to play a piano?
Oh my god.
No. All right. That's
I like that we all have
like
our.
a little, like thing that it angles, so like when he pulls it,
It's
it like
it's
shoots
that
kind of-
same
didn't think
untying
about
knot
that.
on
just
Barrios'
drops
pants.
into
isn't
his
it?
pants.
I'm an expert. It's a slip knot. I like that we all are basically the various iterations of Batman over the decades, but as Wyatt. Because we all do
Adam
completely
West.
different voices for him.
Totally different
Oh my
things, but like the same technically character.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Then I think now I just realized I didn't make myself
did you make
anything.
anything for yourself?
So I'll just have taken the scraps of whatever's left and just like braided in my hair or something like that.
Barrios
so I can match
already
them
took the
too.
pants off. I'm like, do you want these back?
No, they look so fine on you.
Fair. Put them back on.
Yeah, it does make me less nervous if you wear them.
Who knew we'd have to gently parent Barrios into being clothed?
And we gave up on clothing him.
Your unheard servant does present you as you're giving all this out. He holds up something that you didn't make. He holds up a traveling cloak, like a over one shoulder like traveling cloak, and holds it up, and it's your size.
Is it like a little shabby, like a kid with a
bit.
macaroni project? He's doing it by himself.
I mean, he can't see.
Like the
but-
stitches are so uneven.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so
And
much.
then he's really proud how he did it inside out and then flipped it so that the the
Yep,
seams
He
are
tried
on
to
the
embroider
inside.
your name on it, but he got it backwards, so it reads
Lem.
Enel.
Len.
Nope, he just got the N and the E mixed up.
It says Ellen.
With a question mark at the end.
He doesn't hear so good. He
don't
doesn't
have ears,
even know what your
so-
name is.
Mostly just hands.
I'm all hands.
Okay, so equipped with your new digs, you guys can spend the day as you see fit, anticipating this afternoon when Kook will arrive. If there's anything you would like to do, if not, we can just progress the day.
There are a few things that Ruska would
Sure.
like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Connie.
Okay.
For the first hour or so of the morning, I would like to connect with the new blade that I have, the dancing scimitar,
Sure.
so that I can bamf it in and out of existence. whenever I
Absolutely.
need
Yep.
to.
Easy enough to do.
And then
Yep.
after that, I would like to send my little parrot companion to the boat to see how my compatriots are doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Boat's gone. Sorry.
Completely gone.
Yeah, 10 hours off the boat, and they were like, finally, let's get rid of him.
Okay, yeah, you can attune to the sword, no issues. And then your parrot departs, and then later in the day, when it does arrive back, it will report that everything is ship shape, as it were. Basically. So, all right. What does Connie want to do?
Calisthenics.
So close. Yeah, Connie really wants to take a look and see what the athletics, like the team sports and the facilities here at a school for magic, what they got to offer. Like, do they have a rowing club? Because he's heard about colleges before.
There isn't
but he's not
much
been
of a,
to one.
There isn't much in terms of like competitive athletics here at the Institute. It is more along the lines of people do it for. I mean, they have facilities for anyone who wants to have physical activities, but it's more along the lines of people who do it out of habit, out of health, out of religion, whatever. There's no like we have a chess club, or we have like it's mostly most people who are here for the intent of studying are doing that, and then if they want to exercise or exert physicalness, they do so. But the facility that it is done in is gorgeous. It is a
Okay. Can Connie go and get like a tour like he's a prospective student?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You can ask anybody here to give you a tour, and you are granted one, where they can regale you for several hours, if need be, on the histories of the Institute, what they seek to obtain, what they seek to deliver, and just kind of the accomplishments therein of what they do for those who wish to learn about the magics.
All right, and so like for a person who is more physically attuned, what kind of courses of study would you have? Like what would that look like for someone doing, physical magic? God, he's got no idea what he's talking about.
Little physical magic.
Not like that, unless it's like that.
Zook just leads out.
Zook is the one giving the tour.
Try out for the Dwidquitch team.
The Dwidquitch? Yeah, that sounds competitive. What's that like?
I don't. What is?
You've got to catch the silver rat.
No, it's actually a silver pigeon. So close.
Oh, dang it. I was going to parody of Snitch.
You ride around on mops. You gotta
Wet
catch
mops slapping each other in the face with the mom.
Clortho's school for like young wizards or whatever.
You gotta catch the silver pigeon.
All right. I'll watch it sometime before I actually try that one out. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta flush this out. Instead of a quaffle, it's a quan peak. What would it be instead of a bludger? A piercer?
Why are you looking at me? This is Zook's
I
school.
don't actually know these
Piercer?
things.
A slasher? It's just an axe hovering around?
He's never read it. That's why his soul is more pure than yours, William.
There's something
Only seen the movies.
Oh.
Thanks to you guys.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about these athletic facilities.
They have a very similar to a greenhouse style building made mostly of glass. In it, there is a almost like ancient Greek style like oval where a track runs across it, and in the middle of it there are several different places where there are things to throw, things to lift. There's a sand pit at one point where you see a bunch of individuals all kind of gathered, having some sort of a lesson where there's one individual who's speaking kind of to a few others standing in front of him, and as you are being led and kind of shown this, you watch as the individual kind of does a few things, and then as they punch into the air, you watch as these spiraling flames out of their fist into the sky, and then they begin to instruct the others who are standing in front of them how to also duplicate whatever they just did.
And Connie learns it just immediately.
Make an Arcana check for me.
You learn how to falcon punch?
A 10.
Use your knack for it.
I would not recommend that because I was just looking for a nat 20. Yeah. So you
figured that would have had to.
You understand that he did some sort of just a punch, but whatever fire came from that, a totally different thing than you are aware of.
Can I talk to him?
You absolutely can.
Hey, so how can I do something like that? with the fire coming out of your fists. I mean, I punch really good, but I think a punch would be even better if fire came out of my fists.
You approach this individual who is a humanoid with bald, clean shaven, except for a small patch of hair on the very back of their head, which they tie into a little bit of a neat ponytail. Taller than you, but very, very thin. Wearing just this very simple kind of brown and white kind of like traveling tunic. Barefoot, but just with these a little bit larger than life eyes, who kind of regards you as you turn with a slight little goatee. And he kind of looks you up and down and goes, "You are familiar with the ways of the fist."
Oh, yeah. And Connie does like a little, like, you know.
Finger death punch.
Just, you know, like imagine if you ever seen like a martial arts exhibition where like they get their kid and they like they're doing their best routines. He like
Kata.
Yeah, sure. He does his competition kata.
Aye! That thing?
Make a... This would be athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
He's just doing the routine that he saw in Jingle All the Way at the beginning when his kid got his car.
20. Acrobat.
Yeah, you begin to move through the motions that Uncle Zoo has shown you many, many times.
That was at 50%.
And when you're done, the teacher kind of looks at you and nods. Very good. I am Azusa, master of martial prowess here at the Institute. And you are...
Oh, me? I'm Connie. Connie Bravo.
It is an honor to
Connie
meet you.
the Reach.
It's an honor to meet you, Connie. You are trained in the ways of the physical, but you are wanting to know how to harness the energies around you.
Yeah, basic. Like I've kind of like figured out that I've got the ability to kind of play with some magics a little bit. Most of it, you know, revolves around being very quick, moving from place to place unseen. Sometimes so quickly it appears that I've just vanished and reappeared, using the shadows as if they're like my own skin and melding into them. And I thought maybe, you know, I don't do a lot of damage when I like get into a fight. So I'd really like to change that, because my friends are always having to like I get into a lot of fights, and my friends are always having to either, you know, save me from the brink of death, definitely finish off most of the guys. I'd like to help out a little bit, because I have this feeling that for all of us in my newfound friend group, there's a lot of conflict in our future, just to make things right, you know?
It is understandable to want to learn how to be stronger, better. In this world, there is always opportunity to be more. But something you must understand, as one who hits with your fist and not with a weapon. To touch the magics with your physicality is a very fine line to walk. For you, it is the darkness. For others, it is the light. For myself, it is the air, the ground, the fire, the nature around. When you master the element within yourself, it manifests around you. To learn a different form of this takes experience, dedication, time. Something I fear you probably do not have.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
But for expediency's sake, I could teach you a few things.
That would be fantastic. I'm willing to learn anything to give me a bit of an edge. I'm great in a fight with ground rules and, you know, a referee who's going to stop things from getting out of hand, but man, when it comes to like life or death, you know, no holds barred, I really need some coaching.
Then take your place, Mr. Reach, and we will begin the lesson.
Sweet. Connie walks over there like Karate Kid.
All right?
Well, like Karate Kid dressed as a member of ABBA.
Close enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Daniel Russo dressed as a member of ABBA.
Yeah.
It's like an alternate.
I see nothing wrong with that.
That Halloween bit where he's at a shower, except he's ABBA.
Very good.
I forgot he goes as a shower in that movie.
Best
What's
part of
up
that
with
movie. So fun.
As the day wears on and the evening comes, everyone is brought back to the main hall where food is served and conversations are held. As you all are kind of off to one side of the room, eating your food, talking about your day, Connie's regaling everybody with all of the cool things he learned while talking to this Professor Azusa. There is an individual who begins to approach the table that none of you have seen before, but Zook you immediately recognize as the gray-shelled, kind of hunched-over version of kind of like a Master Oogway kind of vibe, but this would be Kook, the mentor
With a
of
K.
Zook.
Okay.
But he walks over and just has this
No, we
that
met
would
Kook
be
earlier.
this
with
warm-
AC.
yeah, Kook was the lady who fed you all.
So this one's who?
This is Kook,
Kook with a K.
Kook with a K.
My
It's
master.
very simple. The previous one was Kook. This one's Kook.
Yeah.
What aren't you hearing?
Kook with a K.
Yeah,
Kook with a K.
yeah.
Well, two Ks.
We got ourselves another
Yeah,
BDS
Kook.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other Kook also is with a K, but it's a C-O-O-K.
C-O.
At the end. Just one at the end.
You know, it's like Bedia.
I don't know how this is confusing,
What's
but
I don't understand.
Not to get confused with Kook, who we met earlier at the
Body
festival.
Oh,
Right.
This will help.
That was
you.
another Kook.
Kook would fly on Spirit Airlines, while Kook would fly on Delta.
yes, good call. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
Inspiration for that one.
I got it. Thank you.
Um,
Will.
But comes over with just big old smile, sets his travel bag down and picks up Zook off of the table in just this giant hug and holds him for a minute, then sets him down and it is good to see you.
Master Kook, it's been a while.
It has.
Everybody, this is Master Kook, the guy that taught me everything I know about wizardry and essentially raised me. He's like a father to me.
Grady.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
Sensei.
Barrios just bows and doesn't know why he bowed, but he's just.
It's instinctive.
Would you be his apprentice of sorts?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a word for it. Yeah.
Well, your apprentice is amazing. He got us out of a really tight spot. Good job.
Deadly.
I thank you. He is mostly he's mostly more of the master now than an apprentice of mine. But it's,
Oh, you flatter me.
he has learned much and has traveled probably more than I ever will. But it is good to see you, and I'm glad to see you are doing well. Tell me your travels. How do you fare?
Oh well, we kind of recently got out of a sticky predicament, but I think we're good now. I mean, we had a little run-in on the docks. I'm sure you heard earlier when.
I have just arrived into town. I do not.
No, Wook didn't tell you. Oh.
Oh.
Well, our friend, the Wyatt over here, he was kind of attacked.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
Yeah, something he ate. I don't know. Yeah, he got a kind of attacked on the docks, and we were trying to get some information on that. But yeah, I'm also not quite sure.
There's no one around, right?
You
Kind
mean you're a
of
fair distance away?
isolated.
Yeah.
Not quite sure that we're allowed to be here right now. Like me, especially. Long story short, I got tied in with a group called the Ark. Was reading a book I shouldn't have read. Long story, I've gotten in trouble many times for them.
The
It is-
restricted section.
It is true.
those
He's been in trouble many times.
He was always a curious lad.
All right, because I was gonna like mention that it did seem to be like your thing. You know, like reading stuff that you shouldn't probably.
It
Yeah.
is.
Like
It
my
is.
diary.
Like my diary.
It was only one time.
Yeah, you have an eidetic memory. You just have to look at it once. You remember all of it. We all
No,
know.
I never said that.
We have
Maybe true, but I never
Maybe
said
this is
that.
the time we finally we finally bring this all up.
But yeah, I wanted to check with you. Like, I want to see my family, but I don't know if the Ark has, like spies on Gabanova right now or anything like that. I figured you might know.
Barrios is leaning forward like this while you're talking.
Well, spies of the Ark, I don't know. It's, haven't had any communications with any of them.
You're very particular as to when I can come home, and wasn't on your schedule per se for me to be here right now. So.
I see. Well, if you are in need of a little insight into any of that, I'm more than happy to find out.
Yeah, and then helping our friend out here with figuring out why he was attacked on the docks, and then whatever else my fellow travelers may
Of
be
course.
looking for. I mean,
Of course. Very.
we're renowned for our knowledge here.
Oh,
The Institute,
yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're all finished eating, we can retire to my offices and we could try to ascertain some of these things. Yes?
I think that'd be lovely.
Wonderful. Come, let's go.
Barrios during the day had checked out one of the books on the moon that they had.
Yep.
And he hands it to Kook as we're going into the office.
Mhm.
You'll find I corrected a lot of your mistakes in this.
Thank you.
A lot of your mistakes.
It's like a 3,000-year-old text.
He just has a
Covered over
green
in red
gel
ink.
pen that he's writing in.
Scratched out hole.
Sets it down.
Oh.
Moves over to a desk and begins to
Inaccurate.
moves over to your desk and begins to kind of like set some stuff out near a little like area next to his desk. His office, for lack of a better term, looks almost exactly like Dumbledore's office does, where it's piled high with shelves full of stuff.
Candies.
There's like a very large table with a high back chair on one side and spiral steps that go up into more books that are behind it. But he walks over to one side, off to the side of his desk, and begins to pull out some items from a shelf and brings them over to some sort of a bowl or a stand of some kind and begins to set stuff over there. Alright, first things first. We need to see if your friends at the Ark are aware of where you are and what you are, if it is safe for you. This is accurate, yes, Zook?
Yeah, for now, yeah, I've got some more questions, but that's
Alright.
the most important one right now.
Then let us begin. And he takes a couple items and begins to set them in this bowl and flip through it. Anybody who's paying close attention, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Wyatt definitely is as well. Oh, hey, Wyatt got a natural 20,
Oh, nice.
and I got a 17.
23 total.
12.
The bowl kind of looks like a turtle shell.
Oh, no.
That's it.
Weird energy.
Like a big one? Or
No,
like
just a regular, just like a sea turtle shell size.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just so
Not
you're
as
like,
weird as it
child.
sounds. It's not as weird as it sounds. We grow a new one every 10 years. So
he begins to set stuff in it, opens up a book, and begins to flip through some of the pages. After finding a spot, begins to mutter some things over it, and you watch as the liquid that he had poured into this bowl goes from a clear to almost completely silver, shiny surface that kind of emanates kind of a gray light. And as he does, he kind of looks down into it and begins to kind of like look for a second and just stares into it. About a minute passes. And then he leans back and the water immediately goes back to clear and he goes, Zook, how long have you been gone from where you came from.
Well,
Wait, did we know that we were gone
It
for
was
like
about
3 months?
3 months, I think.
Did we know that, or is that like out of?
I mean,
Yes,
unless
yeah.
you asked Ruza.
No, we established it at some point, or like figured out what the timeline was.
I wasn't sure if like our characters found out or if we just found out.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's up to
Sort
you.
of vaguely kept track of the days at least.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
been-
It
yeah.
was cold
Quite
when
a
we
while.
went in. It's hot now.
since we last dealt with the Ark, over 3 months, maybe 4 or so. I'm not exactly sure. Friends might be able to verify, but
Oh wait, when was the transference of the Vox? How long ago was that?
Oh yeah.
Did
The celebration.
the celebration? Yes, the people celebration.
Oh, yes. This was
Oh my God, did the people celebrate?
5 months from now?
Then roughly around then.
yeah, it sounds about right.
Whatever
Oh.
happened with that? Never mind. We can deal with that later.
Well, and you have not returned to wherever you, where.
No, I know our assignments usually spread apart, maybe about a couple weeks or so. So 5 months kind of worries me a little bit.
Yes, it worries me too. It would seem that when I try to ascertain the information on the Ark, it comes back dark.
That sounds right.
That doesn't sound good.
Wait, dark is in like
Like the Ark doesn't exist.
it doesn't exist, or that
As in
it's
a-
being protected,
As in, I could not find it.
shrouded.
Could be.
So you can't find some things that do definitely exist, right?
This is.
What a hard question to answer.
I am.
Yeah, I don't
I
even
am
know if
very
you need to
good
try to answer it because
I'm
I
very
didn't
good at-
understand it.
very good at the magics that I use. If it was shrouded from me, I could know this. I don't believe it was.
So you think it doesn't exist? Like the
Correct.
thing that.
What are the odds that it was all a dream?
But you were. Well, you remember the Ark, right? You're aware of it.
I am aware of
it
this.
did
Yes.
exist.
Yes, I have spoken to Zook before.
Is he being truthful?
Oh yeah.
Make an insight check.
And if you're like, no, not gonna do it. It's like,
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something got rid of the Ark.
This would seem accurate. Yes.
You can see the Vox,
I did not
the
look.
church. Try.
Very well. He begins to
What
cast the
happened
spell
with
again.
the transference?
I think we're about to find out.
Water flashes. Another minute passes. Dissipates, and he leans back again. The People's Church is there in physicality, but the halls were empty.
The holes were empty.
let's try it this way. Can you scry on a home known as the Hupper?
Of course. He begins to cast a spell. As he does, he begins to ask you details of it in order to help. better-
of course.
Hoarder's house.
Yeah,
dusty.
filled with like old crates of stuff.
Say, you would be afraid to eat there.
It was really kind of concerning,
Yeah.
but also kind of like intriguing.
Yeah,
And
like
the
give it-
floors were sticky.
treasured.
Given all of that, he's able to rolls
He's
pretty
no
well. He's
fly.
able to figure it out. He looks into it.
Oranges.
Minute passes.
Oranges.
Spell fades. There is a building in there, yes. Also empty.
All right.
Can you check in on another spot for me, and I do my best to describe the orphanage and
The
Sarah and Will and Lawrence the frog, and I get Kestis's help describing his aunt and just anything from there.
I just want to point out that he said Kest.
That's me.
and
I'm Kestis.
I'm always getting
I was
all good.
ridiculed
It's all
for
good.
doing that.
Um,
So
Who ridicules you?
He goes back, looks. Minute passes,
all of you guys.
comes back.
Don't be so easy to ridicule, dude.
I saw the house you described. There were children in there. They seemed frightened,
That checks out.
scared to leave.
Oh, scared to leave. Usually they're scared to be there.
Yeah, mostly leaving is what we tried to do.
They were not leaving. I did see a small boy similar to the one you described, with a small frog.
Okay.
Did not see any girl there.
Could you check on the house of the Brava family? It's a crime syndicate.
I don't think using crime in quotation marks makes it any better. You know, they committed
Depends on your definition of crime. You
Yeah,
know?
that's what I was trying to say. Like
Arson,
with the
larceny.
the common parlance is
They do
crime.
murder.
Getting shit done is what I like to call it.
He looks into the bowl. Another minute passes. He comes back out. Kind of breathing a little heavy at this point. It's starting to, you can see kind of the pallor of his skin is kind of getting
Whoa.
paler with each time he's doing this.
Probably the last time you can do this for today.
Okay, I got one more.
Well,
There's this
This is the
casino.
last one. This is the last one.
This building you spoke of, Brava, is gone.
That was a really big building. What are you talking about?
It was.
Super secret castle someplace. He
Or
probably
your
could've
dad. That I was gonna do your
It's-
dad.
We can talk to him tomorrow. Jeez, calm down.
Was burned
Oh.
to the ground.
Insurance fraud. Sorry.
The
Insurance fraud.
first thing in Connie's mind, like, yeah.
Yeah, it must be April again.
I did not see anyone alive.
Oh, you saw dead. You saw bodies.
What was remaining, yes.
Did they look like Connie?
I'm sorry,
Did they look like Connie?
I could not tell.
Okay. Did one of them have a shawl on?
I did not see.
The body didn't survive, but the shawl did.
Yes, Shawl survived somehow, but the body
Yeah.
did not.
It's made. You don't even know
Fireproof
what it's
material.
made out of, but it's special.
It's really special stuff.
All right, thank you very much. Clearly, that
course.
took a lot out of you.
I have.
We really appreciate it. Could you fill us in on what actually happened when the transfer was supposed to take place? We were there, and we know it didn't happen.
It appears that when the celebration took place and the transfer of the Vox Populi from one vessel to another, something happened, and the spirit did not return. Most of the time, when the Vox moves from one to another, you can expect it, you can find it, but it has not been found yet.
So, hopefully, presumably, there's a spirit of a god running rampant. I'm just under the impression that it searched somebody to inhabit.
This is true. The Vox Populi inhabits one vessel, one individual, and then moves on to another. And this is how the cycle has gone for generations. This has never happened before, to have it go missing. Especially for this long. Needless to say, a lot of people are concerned. This was the reason I was gone. Traveling. I was in the capital with several other well-versed magicians trying to ascertain what was happening. I was told not to tell many people, so please, Zook, be discreet.
Oh, yeah. I think
Those fingers are crossed.
most of our lips are sealed.
Rue's fingers are crossed.
Good. I would hate to have to enforce some sort of a magical binding to make it where you couldn't speak about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no need.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I got
Very good.
so distracted.
Very good.
Spells of magical bondage.
not quite that.
Oh. I was like, are we thinking that's what happened to all the people we knew back home? Because that's crazy.
Magical bondage.
It's like a giant orgy gone wrong.
Things got
Somebody
weird.
cast
in that.
grease quick.
I can't wait to catch that sexy battle wizard spinoff.
This is what happens when you
Antagonize.
invite the wrong 23 people.
The vibes are off.
The vibes get weird.
The vibes rank.
The Brava bondage orgy.
Always scheduled for the day after the transfer.
Yeah.
Classic.
As
Right,
a
what's
celebration.
that, Kook? You're transferring all of your magic to us right now, and we're also going to be able to do all these cool things. I take a sip
like
of water.
3%
He's
of
not here.
magic.
I'm more.
Barrios puts his hands up and says, I am a vessel.
And nothing happens.
I think
It
you
never
said you
happens.
gained 10 levels, right?
Yeah, there are 10 levels that we can split however we choose.
Yeah, in the bowl.
Yeah. Wyatt gains 0 because he's not here.
He's not here.
Well, he gets all 10 he puts
Connie's
into Rogan,
useless and it would
doesn't
take way
use
more
his
than 2
Rogan.
levels to get him
Doesn't
anywhere, so he'll
cost
give
you
his to
anything.
someone else.
Okay.
We did so much.
So-
He imparted the wisdom of the universe into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wyatt. Oops. Never mind.
Kestis.
Cool.
I'm so strong and so wise.
Kessis, 42.
Wow.
Which
And
is,
that's what I'm going to set my wisdom score to.
which is
That is
exactly
the-
what Samson said as he was growing up.
Okay. But yeah, so he explains all that and just kind of like sits down, kind of fanning himself a little bit. And it would seem, sorry, that's Zook's voice. It would seem that,
You've been kind of going in and out of it.
yeah, you know, he's similar but not.
They're
Yeah.
like neighbors. They,
Yeah.
they grew up in the same place.
It would seem that something has happened in the city of Eldamar, of which I am not. I don't know, but from what I scavenged, it has affected most of the city. If you do return, I would advise caution.
Right, so don't go back. Sounds good.
I mean, don't you kind of want to find out what happened to your loved ones and whatnot? No? Okay.
I mean, they put us in jail and sent us to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I do want to get back there. Maybe nobody else does. Even if for no other reason than I just need to kill his aunt. But there are actually much more significant things
No,
that
you
I
need
I
to go
want.
meet your friends at the place you told them you meet them so that you can pick them up and they can become companions of ours.
Well,
Well, we then go find my castle, become super powerful, and then return and slaughter the rest of my family, except for my sisters, because I like them.
I thought I was going to have to sort of talk you into wanting to do that, so I thought maybe together we'd kill your aunt. But if you don't need to do that, then I mean, I would, if the opportunity arises, I would take it, but
I still think you need to kill my aunt. Like, as much on, not on you, like, we'll back you up, but, like, I think it's a growing thing for you. I always have thought. I thought it would be good for you. I just think we need to wait, unless when we go to get your friends, she, for some reason, has found out, tracked them down, and then there's a confrontation, in which case you can kill her in that point. But I think getting your friends is the only thing we need to do.
that's
quickly back
the
home.
more important thing.
Yeah.
I would. There's apparently something going on. It sounds like that's the only building we looked
mean,
at that's not empty.
I did have a very nice pair of earrings that I was going to go and pick up.
And we could find that too.
Custom.
Do you? I'm sorry. Do you think you have one more spell in you so we can check on Nell's earrings?
I will do my best.
It should be a smaller spell. It's just a pair of earrings.
It's just earrings. Just look really close at just the earrings. Don't look at the whole building.
I'll tell you, there are drops, mother of pearl, very beautiful dangle, lots of movement to them.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. I don't think he's gonna do another one today.
No, I figured. But if he just got bored in his spare time,
If he
maybe
just
got a
made
nap
something
in and thought like,
I woke up
maybe
at
draw him a
3 a.m.
picture and leave
decided.
it for later.
now whose was that?
That was me. That's my bad.
He scrumbled it up so quick.
Scrumbled.
That was also bad.
Scrumbled it up.
You think of a better word. Scrumble.
There is no better word.
So wait, we need to go
Scrumbling.
back to kill your aunt.
We could save that for any time, but I would love to be able to check in on my friends.
Writing that town off completely. We've got Francis.
Yeah, there was just a lot of talk about how nobody ever wanted to go back there, and I mean that's all well and good, but
And he didn't appreciate it.
Oh, I see. So wait, I guess I have a follow-up question. What do we do with these kids after we liberate them?
Give them a good life.
take him to Connie's new house.
The best life. Give them the kind of life you would have wanted as a kid,
The sweet life?
if you will.
Free from murder.
On
I feel
deck.
guilty about what we've done with Kestis.
Yeah, no murder. If it can be avoided.
No, it does pose a good question. We all have, well, almost all of us, have unique and defined abilities to exact violence. Why?
Oh, everyone does.
No, not everyone.
Everyone has the potential for great good or great harm.
Cassius, how old are you?
I must have turned 18 while we were in the void.
And we didn't do anything.
So let's at least try to make sure these kids don't have to murder before they're 18.
Some people
I think
live
that's
their
fair.
whole lives
I think
and
that's
don't
totally
have
fair.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not exactly a fun life. And we also have to differentiate between killing and murder, because I don't think the two are the same. Just like good and harm, I don't think are diametrically opposed.
I never said that.
Oh, he's kind of an extremist. Yeah, like he has a hard time with like the grays. It's black and white. He's learning though. Yeah.
The moon has many phases.
Subtleties not his thing,
A dog?
as you can tell.
Waning, waxing,
Says the
gibbous.
guy in the skin tight flared jumpsuit.
That's
As it
another
creaks
Moonlight.
slowly as you're just kind of
He has a hard time with theatrics as he does a 360 and poses.
Cannon. Connie is like flamboyant. He doesn't sound like it when he's talking, but the whole
It's
time
like
he
Sailor
is
Man.
posing.
Oh my god. Sailor Uranus, am I right?
You were saying.
So you think? I guess that kind of means we're free of the Ark, and if the organization's not even there anymore, I don't think they would just up and move. So
It would seem that, as of right now, you are not being followed.
okay.
Do
Cool,
with
cool.
that what you will.
Wouldn't that be wild if he just really wanted you to feel free to do what your heart desired, and he made up this whole story about our town being like dead and dangerous?
He didn't.
Connie, what if we...
Crazy though.
Drew, why is your microphone
I
off?
wouldn't do that.
He turned it off for grumbling.
I turned it off for scrumbling and forgot to turn it back on.
That's why you never turn it off, dude.
Yeah, you just scrumble right into that thing.
You
dude.
scrumble
Let it
to the
eat.
side.
Let it eat.
It's all good. It's all good.
You didn't
Sorry,
say anything
I just interrupted you
smart
in the
or
middle of what
important.
you were talking about. Just because I saw a dead line in the recording, I'm like, what?
No, that's Matty B's line.
No, he's
I'm here.
he's here.
Well, I guess it does pose a question as to what the next step of our journey is. Or do we even have a next step?
A birthday party for Kestis.
Oh,
I think.
I think
That
that
is
the
entirely
opportunity's sort of come and gone. At
No,
this
it
point.
hasn't. Seize it.
We'll catch 19.
We have a Ducky D's.
We don't guarantee.
go?
There is a
19
few
Kestis
taverns
were
just
fugitives.
outside of the.
To be fair,
Taverns, too.
I have
Having-
heard of Ducky D's. What with a few taverns?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Those
Ducky
are
D's
fucking-
logo is just two massive D's, so it's very misleading in town.
I don't get it. Could you explain that?
There's a duck in the middle.
Have you ever seen the moon?
That's gonna be my go-to for everything now.
Picture the moon, except it's not like the moon at all.
You know the moon? Nothing like that.
Picture the moon, then erase it. Forget it. Doesn't matter.
You don't need that, but it's good to remember.
Always just keep
I
it at the
remember
forefront.
the moon.
The moon remembers.
That's how you. That's something you should do when you're telling someone directions. It's like, hey, how do you get to that place? You know where the Coffin Stadium is? Yeah, not even close. You
Not
wanna
go the other way.
All right.
Zook does have more questions, but it's
Yeah.
like a very personal, private thing between him and Kook.
La la la. This would be
kinda like-
really good audio.
To you.
La 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 la.
Yes, it would. You should probably turn your mic back off.
Don't worry, we'll all leave. And I'm gonna go sticky. And Wyatt tries to go
gonna
sneaky
go
so he can
sticky.
stay in the room.
I'm
Yeah.
hiding in the shadows.
How sneaky is he?
All right, Drew, you roll it. Yours is better. You roll it.
Let me roll to hide in the shadows.
Roll
from these
yourself.
two turtle people. Is it two?
That's correct. He does actually hide in the sticky. Yeah.
I'm hiding
Pretty
in
sure
the
that's what's
sticky.
going on at Connie's right now.
He's like hiding behind Kook, his shadow.
Just directly behind him. Okay. So yeah, so you. I mean,
What
do
do
you?
I see?
Well, yeah, I don't know what the rest.
Do you wait till everyone leaves, or what do you want to do?
I come back later, like on my
Okay,
own.
yeah.
Like once we all.
So
Wyatt sneaking behind you. I did air quotes, listeners.
yeah, I know.
It's weird. He's trying to be quiet, but he's a little too excited. He's going boing, boing, boing.
The wonderful thing about tears is
Okay, so what does the rest of the gang want to do? While
Ducky D's.
you guys want to head to the
It's
tavern?
night.
Yeah, we are.
It's
Is the magic shop still open or is it closed?
it's back in it's back at the port city. It's back at Gabanuva. You guys are kind of like a mile or so outside.
Is it open?
It could be.
If it takes you 8 days to walk a mile.
It'd take you a while to get back there if
I
you
give
want to
you a
go
phantom
tonight.
steed.
I mean, you can go tonight if you want.
I'm
or
going to because I don't want them to think that I ran out on them.
What kind of phantom steed are you going to use? Or should you try to use your snail bag? Your snell bag? Maybe
I
you
could
can
try.
summon a snell.
I
Is that
could
what
try.
it does?
Well, I do
I
have
think it was
Snell's bag
designed
trick.
to summon a snail.
So I reached
Snuggle
in,
a snail.
and it's a little fuzzy thing that I toss out.
Wonderful.
I choose you.
So Zook sends a message as they walk out to Kook and be like, when we come back to rest at the end of our night, he wants to meet with Kook.
So you guys step out as you step out into like trying to figure out how to get back there. There is a receptacle at the bottom of the like the steps to the institute that all of a sudden, as you walk by it, all of a sudden it turns to you and goes, "Excuse me,
Hello.
are you Nell?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I represent the
Lollipop Guild.
no, I represent the Institute of Nobel and Bonds.
Oh yes.
A little pigeon told me you finished some clothing for them.
I
Is this
did.
correct?
Pigeon told you that. Oh. Well, there are pigeons around here. I've seen them run into walls.
They're not very bright. They are perceptive, though.
I do have cloaks, so I just put them in the trash.
Wonderful! I have a portal imbued in me to send it back to them. Post Please insert.
Well, let me go and get them. I'm gonna take my time.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
The rest of us just kind of stand.
what a move!
As you go back into your...
You have to go
That's
get
the
them. I don't
first
just
time
have
it
them on
came
my
to her
person.
head.
You go back to the footlocker. I have teleported.
Oh, good. You're following me. We'll keep going. We're
I am a
about-
phantom mimic.
Yeah, we're about 2 whole ways down.
Wonderful. As he just
Every
continues to...
receptacle. I'm here.
Please tell,
every
please
inanimate
tell me that
object.
once you get it, you just turn and walk back to where you
the
first met him.
Please tell me you had to use the restroom on your way back.
No, because he's gonna be in that
The
little
adjacent
silver
stall, the
box.
toilet.
Well, I have you here.
Just for ladies' stalls.
Yep.
Oh no!
Yep.
Put it in the sanitary napkin disposal.
Yep. Every inanimate object you find, he is in it.
I will move at as much as my pace will allow.
Can you imagine if that was someone's solution for not wanting to like have to keep cleaning the bathrooms, that they like made the sanitary napkin disposal a bag of holding. So there's a pocket dimension that is
Just rubbish.
filled with the nonsense that women do in the bathroom.
That's
With the nonsense.
Lipstick
in the
containers,
bathroom. Yeah.
berets.
Karaoke nights.
Pooping wherever they
Little
want.
booklets full of gossip.
Turn that thing inside out. Let's roll the dice.
Well, I was thinking like, you know, like
so you deliver the
mind.
cloaks.
Acceptance
the,
speeches.
The animated
doctoral
object
thesis.
closes and goes, "Thank you.
Let me know if
They
they like
never make it
that.
out of the bathroom.
I'll see what I can do." And then departs from that and finds another inanimate object to inhabit. So,
He inhabits the toaster next. Go ahead, shove that sweater in there. Use the fork.
but yeah. So you guys can head. You guys can head out to Ducky D's for drinks if you would like. As you guys are heading down into this is like a small, kind of like a. Not
Not that phantom, Steve.
It's like a.
I'm kidding.
It's a little town just outside of the institute, not necessarily connected to the port city, but just like a place where,
College town.
yeah, like a college, like a tiny little college town where people probably live if they stay at the institute for longer. There's a little bit of lodging here, not a lot. It's
all
a couple
bars.
places for food. And
there
there are quite a few taverns, but
you've been to a college.
as you, I mean, they don't look like they are
all
like the
bars.
seedy
been to
underbelly
Omaha.
bars that you would see. It looks like they're pretty well maintained. But as you guys are kind of walking around, there is the water of the ocean kind of like lapping out further out across one of the areas. And as you guys are moving through this space, anybody who, well, actually. Does anybody have a perception above a 16?
Hell no.
Passive?
I'm
Yes.
gonna assume that Y
You
says
wanna
we should
check
probably
this number out. 21.
For
Why
pets?
do I try?
I got
Because
I
I now
try?
roll with advantage, so it boosts up my passive.
Okay.
15.
Kestis.
That's so close to 6.
You notice as you guys are heading through this area, you can see the roads aren't super. There's not a lot of. You see that there's not a few people out.
seeing that Kestis
I would love to know what I see.
You don't see a lot of people out, but you do notice there are 3 individuals standing in the roadway. One of them is staring lasers at your party as you walk up.
I've got Wyatt.
And Wyatt's
in
like,
the saddle, and I.
you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, are you?
They're about, I would say, probably about 90 feet away from you guys as you all are kind of moving through it. Moving through is kind of like a street. The bar's up ahead.
Let's not bother the rest yet. Let's just see what they get up to. If they stay away, they stay away.
What do you want me to do?
Just don't forget which pocket the knives are in.
I've got 60 ball bearings now.
You know what you should do? You should unload about 800 ball bearings into the street. Just
You
in
got it.
case.
So you guys continue to move up. You get 60 feet away. And then about 30 feet away, these 3 individuals who are standing in the middle, you all see them now, like notice them. You're like, what? They're standing in the middle of the road. They have not moved. And they're like glaring at all of you.
As we're between 60 and 30 feet,
Yeah.
as they're just staring us down, I nudge Nell. I say, hey.
Why the long faces, friends?
He doesn't do that. We're aware. I say,
He would
Nell,
do that, though.
Nell, you see those 3 up there?
Well, now that you've pointed it out, I think so, yeah.
We
Connie's perception is 15. Does he hear
I
you
get her
talk?
up there. I say, hey, it seems like we might be in for trouble. You think you could just help either keep cool heads or be ready to give us all a little boost?
Antagonize. I've got it.
Oh, okay. And as we're walking up,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast a little bless.
Okay.
On.
I will also cast a bless.
Quick question.
So we
Yes.
we sort of confer, and we get the 6 people here at the table.
These characters,
Yeah, do
Yeah.
they look
Double
like
up on the blast?
guards, or do they look
don't
like
think
just
so.
random?
they look like ramshackle thugs.
Okay.
They do not look like they wear a uniform of any kind.
Sick. Okay.
But as you get to 30 feet, the one who has been standing kind of like rigid, like arms folded, goes, "Oi! Hold up a minute," and kind of like begins to walk towards your group.
Hello there.
Oh, wait, I got this. Hold on. Hey, listen. If y'all are trying to rush us into a fraternity, we haven't even signed up for classes yet. Like, we're just kind of seeing the campus. So,
Whoa.
This is
yeah,
my
this
guess
is
that I
some
won't
kind of
even.
like rush thing. Like,
No.
I'm not even eligible until the winter.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Listen, if you give us the name of your fraternity right
That-
now, like, we'll keep it, and then we'll come back, and maybe
shut
we're
up.
interested.
Will you shut up?
What?
Will you just shut up? We're not here to give you a fraternity.
Well,
We're
good.
here for him.
Moon Boy?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's
flattered, but I too do not need to join a fraternity.
It's not a fraternity. Damn it.
No, he's like a leader of
Right.
a
Listen,
are you-
religious movement.
yes. Oh,
Thank you.
sorry,
What
Barrios.
It's about his brooch, isn't it? It's a nice one. Insight greed.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna use
Insight greed.
You. Okay, so they need to make a successful wisdom save or be charmed by me until the end of the spell. Until companions do something harmful. While charmed, a
We
creature
remember.
can do nothing to use its movement to approach you. Can do nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner.
Oh.
While an affected creature is within 5 feet of you, it cannot move, but simply stares greedily at the gem you present.
Ooh.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
What's the
We're about to miss out on some storyline.
what's the save?
This island is full of people who know us.
Yeah, 16.
Why does everyone know us
What's
but
the,
us?
The clip from Euphoria, is this play about us?
They all fail. The guy and he goes, "What? Oh, it's nice, bro."
Isn't it?
And he just kind of stares at it.
For the ones that are a little further away, I think they can still talk to us.
They also come up and look at the gem. Oh, it's really nice.
How close are they to me?
About 5 feet away. They're all just kind of staring. It says they can do nothing but move towards you. Yeah, so they just move towards the person. That's really nice.
Okay,
And
I'm
they're
gonna
just staring at it.
take like 5 steps back. It's,
They
well, I
take
am
5
flattered.
steps forward.
Now, could you make them stop?
Well, let's think about this. They're quite tame right now. Why did you approach us like that?
Because it's a lovely brooch.
It is a lovely brooch.
All right, what was the reason before that? Something about a fraternity.
I think she charmed him too hard.
I think I did.
Yeah, 'cause-
Maybe knock one a little bit in the head. We keep the rest of them charmed.
Oh, physical violence, Wyatt, you're up.
I will.
You give one a tap and I'll make him my friend.
Hey, before we
Restrain.
decide on a course of action, maybe we throw a few more pigeons at a window, see what sticks.
I like this guy.
So, why don't we get Moon Boy out of the way, and then we release
Can I just clarify who Moon Boy is?
you? Oh, it's what.
Sorry, do I call you Punch Kid?
Whoa! I'm
Also,
sorry.
I'm younger and I do have a moon orbiting my head now. It very well could be me.
That's a good point.
Moon
But-
Man.
But you know, like the nicknames, they just kind of get stuck, and then it doesn't
yeah,
really
sure.
matter.
I mean, why not? We
I have a couple of.
Vestus.
Vest is the thing about me.
Vestus the
Interesting.
Moon Boy.
I kind of like
He's
that.
the Vestus Moon Boy.
This
ever.
is that. This
That's a
is where
lot.
we learned
Okay,
that
can we-
actually
okay, can
he's
we-
never noticed the horse half.
All right, they will snap out of this eventually.
Hey, I always thought you were just kind of tall.
I am pretty tall.
There's a lot of dice.
No.
being rolled
Yeah,
over
let's just let's put that aside. Sorry if you don't like the nickname. It is an expression of love from where I
I'm gonna take
and
the
respect.
brooch and just hand
but-
it to Nell.
Yeah, maybe we can get you out of here. Keep them fixated on the brooch.
Oh boy.
As you
And
are
then-
explaining this, very much Needler style, these purple arcane bolts land into a bunch of you. We're gonna go ahead and roll.
Not me.
Damn it,
One,
Wyatt.
Drew.
Yeah, there's a halo in it.
2, with
That's
Big
awesome.
Will.
I love Halo.
Wait, which one's Big Will?
You. 3, Kestis.
Need to hear you say it.
4, Nell. You all take, so 8 points of damage for
Don't I have
Connie.
that thing where
8 points of damage for Barrios.
I'm gonna assume that was a wand of magic missiles.
4 points of magic, or 4 points of damage for Nell, and 6 points of damage for Kestis. As
we think it caught
you
me
guys get
unawares.
hit with a magic missile, as it just
you could've
embeds
used
in
your
your body, and as it does, explodes with additional damage.
But this just definitely hits us.
There is no roll; it just
Magic
surprise.
hits.
missile just hits you.
There is
it's
no.
magic missile.
Yep. But yeah, so
Connie
it hits you
catches
guys.
magic missile. It's like, oh crap!
And then it explodes in your face.
As
Get
it
to
ex-
be a high enough level.
Yeah, as it
you can't.
explodes,
I hate this.
you can see
I like the big
you can
guys
see peeking out from around corners and coming up above the rooftops. There are more of them. So I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Very kind of you.
All right, who's gonna Jaeger Wyatt?
Oh, whoops. That was
I feel
I think I like it. I like
Will,
doing
can
it.
you Jaeger Wyatt for violence's sake?
I like to Jaeger him democratically.
big violence.
Now, why don't we have an election about this?
What is a net
It's
20?
only- it's
What are the
only
implications of a net 20?
I got a
It
nat
is.
20 also. I think that's right.
What's
think
Wyatt's
that's
bonus? He's crazy. Oh, I rolled really
So
We
I
don't have
think
to
for
talk
the
about
nat
where he
20,
put
I
his
should
stats
be
up.
allowed to do the like
Oh, I mean, it's Dex.
the
Deflect missiles?
yeah,
All
deflect
right,
missile.
so this is I'm gonna go ahead and set up the battle map. But while I do that, this is
Without
gonna be a
costing anything.
part 2 episode. So for those watching and listening, it's gonna cut off here, and then part 2 will be either right after this or next week. So
Bye.
My hey,
Later,
sorry,
losers.
wow.
Real quick,
I
it's a
feel
real
like
quick
we should
cutoff,
give them
'cause
something.
we're gonna pick it back up.
Beautiful baby
Yeah, maybe
children.
they deserve more because that was like kind of this lull, and then he's like, "Yeah, that's it." I think we should give him something.
I think they deserve exactly.
Goodbye, everybody.
the goodbye they got.
Fine.
My first one was actually going to be pastors on Delta, the spiritually enlightened on Spirit. But then I didn't want to say that because most of the people here are ordained. So I decided not to say that. And
Who
then
here is
what I
ordained?
said to Matt was Hitler on Delta, Jesus on
You're
Spirit.
still
and
ordained.
technically, I don't know.
Oh, that's not bad.
We still outnumber them.
Yeah. No, Drew's ordained.
Oh, you're ordained? I've always wanted to fight you.
But
Drew.
I'm only ordained in like a really ironic sort of way.
like a $10 on the internet kind
I
of
think
way.
technically
Hey,
that's
back
how
up
I'm
off the
ordained
Global
at this
Life
point.
Church. And it was $50.
Yeah, Universal Life Church is
Well,
a
Universal
great
Life Church.
organization.
How many?
That's
how many
my
are,
official
how many are
current
ordained by Universal Life?
I'm pretty sure that's.
Wait,
That's
you're
the one.
ordained by Universal Life
I,
Church?
I was first ordained by Rock Island, and then some stuff happened, and
Wait,
now
they
I'm.
can strip your ordainment?
I don't know that.
That's
Here's
not,
the
it's
thing.
not even real.
I don't think there was ever like a hey, officially you're ordained by this organization
legally
Yeah,
how
larger
that
than
works?
that.
Could you
Churches can
imagine?
just say you're ordained, and
Right.
that's
Yes.
it.
Exactly. That's all it takes
So,
anyway.
yeah.
Could you imagine you're doing someone's wedding a year from
just
now?
got a really
As
low-res
you're doing
JPEG.
the wedding, freaking
The cops
what's his
show
nuts? No, in a Celtics jersey, pulls up and just drifts into the back row. and says, I don't think so.
Alex?
Yep. This whole thing is a sham.
And then in my back pocket, I've got my printed copy of my Universal Life Church ordination. Like,
Laminated.
Laminated so you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
some Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
Yeah.
I summon Congreve!
It's still my turn, Kaiba.
I can't even print mine. It's like a low res JPEG.
That would
Matt,
be
you're an
better.
official pastor
That's
at a church.
No, I'm technically not.
me either.
I would say if anybody
Yeah,
is
worship
not
pastors don't count.
Oh, I'm not even a worship pastor. I'm just a worship leader. Means I don't
That's
have
why
to
they
have
call 'em
spiritual
leaders.
authority over anybody.
Oh, nice.
That's why they call them leaders.
Oh, no.
If you're not a pastor, you're called a leader or a director.